Yes, absolutely.
All right, you guys got your stuff ready to go?
No, but yes.
Ish.
Here we go. This week on Bad Brackets. Oh, this is going to be painful. Welcome back to another edition of Bad Brackets. I'm your host, Randy Isbell. With me are three returners as we get ready to talk. Guys, this is going to be so tough. All right. We have topics that we think, we could go full 64 item bracket. This is one of them. Going back to the first episode of season 2, we did movie sequels, and that was pretty tough. So I said, you know what? What'll be tougher than that? How about video game sequels? And yes, it's impossible. Same rules apply. As far as it has to be the second one of a series or a franchise, or there's caveats. We'll get into that. But real quick, we'll go through the contestants that get to yell at me for the next 45 minutes, hour. So,
As usual.
Sean Garmer's back.
Yeah, ready to yell at Randy.
Robert Taylor is back.
I won that movie sequel one, by the way, just so you know.
That was a good one. And Scott is back.
There's no way I can get worse than my last one.
Hopefully you do not get worse than Billy last week. If you have not watched last week's episode, Billy scored a point.
Wow.
So,
At least it was in the positives, right?
Jesse Knight had the record for most points scored and least points scored in a single episode. And in back-to-back weeks, he lost both records. So,
Wow.
we will see how all that goes. My favorite thing is Billy, that entire episode just says, I hope I score points. And he scored a point. And it was on the bonus question.
Oh wow! So he didn't score points on the actual.
He got 5 points on the bracket, but he didn't get his counter pick, and it lost his exact 5. The way it all worked out was so good.
That's hilarious.
Oh, beautiful.
Go watch that episode. It's in the archives for sure. All right, let me get to the. There we go. Let's get to the rules here real quick for those that are watching for the very first time. Each contestant is going to pick 3 possible games that will be on this bracket, and I'll talk more about that as we get going. Order we'll figure out here shortly. Points based on the seeding of the game on this 24-item bracket. 14 seed, you get 14 points. Not on the bracket, you get absolutely nothing. Everyone will get 1 counter pick. If your counter pick is not on the bracket, you get 5 bonus points. But if it is on the bracket, you lose 5 points. Before the show, each contestant gave me their final 4 and champion. And we have some variety. We'll just say that. 2 points for each final 4 pick correct. You get a bonus 2 points if you get all 4 into the final 4. And you get 5 points for a correct champion. Before we spin the wheel, anybody have any quick questions? I know talking about sequels and talking about just the second iteration of things. Any caveats or any questions that anybody has before we get going?
Yeah, Sean's JRPGs don't count. Those are not games.
Okay. I mean, you're picking the 2 wrong people here because
I know.
I did not remember this just to get slandered for all the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards I just got. No.
Before I had to put the zeros on the scoreboards here, Scott did have JRPG Enthusiast as his title. So, Robert, you're in for a treat. Sean, questions, concerns,
So
thoughts?
remakes are sequels to remakes themselves, right? Not sequels to the.
Yeah. So Sean, like Evil 2 remake to me is not going to count as a sequel because it's not part of the sequel. Like they didn't come out and go, we're making all of the sequels to it. Same thing for like Silent Hill 2 remake, which by the way, my daughter, when I brought her up, the fact that we're doing video game sequels, I didn't tell her to do anything. Went, I'm going to draw Pyramid Head. My 8-year-old knows Pyramid Head, and I'm a proud father. Do not come after me, please. She's a brave kid.
I mean, technically, they did just announce the Silent Hill remake. So now
my child in his boxers running around in the background.
Yeah. However, I will also state that there are caveats to all of these things.
Of course there are.
And I bent rules when needed.
I can just walk away. I never get the first pick on these. So
Watch
Uh,
it happen.
I'm
and
going
it
to hear-
continues.
Oh,
That will
great.
be The very first.
Hooray!
Oh, I didn't take him off there. Good job, Randy.
Okay.
There
If
we
I'm
go.
not first, I want to be last.
So Robert will be second, since that's the one
Probably,
he does
most
not want to
likely.
be. Oh yeah,
Yep,
that's
here it
not
goes.
even-
Yep, see?
Not even
Damn it.
close. Robert will
Devil.
be the second hit. All right, then let me just change you guys' order here. So you were there, you were there, you are Scott. Oh,
And Addie's excited about something in the background.
who was that?
No, that's my
Is that-
son. He's
Oh, that's your
Oh.
son. Okay.
yeah, he's in the
uh,
background. He's very, very spiritual nowadays, and he is just reenacting the Passion of the Christ sometimes.
Happens.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so he's awesome. What up,
All
buddy?
right, it is time
Oh,
for the tough picks.
No.
Robert's getting some help from his son, who's played all these sequels, I guarantee it. But Scott, you get the first pick.
right.
Alrighty, well, I'm just gonna go. Let's go with Randy's daughter's choice of Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2. She has not played it. She only watched us play it. I'll just say that. I don't know if that makes it any better or not. But
Right.
you're right.
All right, I'm up. You want to watch something on my phone? As you come up here. Okay. My first pick is going to be God of War 2.
God of. So I do have to have the caveat. Are we talking about the PS2 game?
Yep, the number 2. Yep.
The
Making
number
sure that
two.
you're not trying to throw Ragnarok in there, and then you could be wrong or right. All right, Sean.
Ragnarok's not a number 2. Technically, it's one overarching story.
Sean.
I'm gonna pick Portal 2.
Portal 2.
Very nice.
What is it?
No, you have your own. Go get your own. You're getting stuff all over.
Sorry, Dad.
It's okay.
Want to play on the whiteboard?
I got it. Go get your own board.
Marker, yes.
Absolutely.
No, I gotta go get it.
None of this is getting cut out because
It's gonna be a fun
you
watch
know.
back.
Absolutely. Go chase him down. Sean, give me your second pick.
Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Ooh.
Whoa. Whoa.
PPP.
my keyboard's stuck. That was
Too
great.
much PP.
All of EP. All right, Robert.
Give me Arkham City.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, good one.
Oh, jeez. Is that H in there? All right.
Alrighty.
Back to you there, Scott.
Let's
way,
go
Scott,
for
you're still,
Street Fighter 2.
Talking about Majora's Mask. I just wanted you
That's
Yeah,
great.
Nice.
to.
All right, Scott.
And then let's go for Red Dead Redemption 2.
I mean, easy points. I think it's going to be ranked a little high.
I don't care. I want something.
Knowing it, you know what? Knowing Randy, it might be like number 24 or something.
No.
Just-
Knowing Randy, this one might not even be
This
on the
is-
list. Give me.
This is the number 25th pick. No.
yeah.
yeah.
Nobody's gotten that right yet, just so you know.
Give me Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Ooh.
Well, nice one. Yeah.
And Sean.
Let's go with Sonic 2.
Sonic 2.
Damn, nobody picked Echo the Dolphin 2. I mean, that's probably on there with Randy.
Without a doubt.
That was
Sean.
number 23. That was
Yeah.
Still
Sean.
can't believe those games are getting remastered.
Which one on here is not on the bracket?
Oh my god! Wow.
Sean, nobody picked Bubsy 2.
All of
here?
these could be on here, really.
Yeah,
Well, these
that's
could be on the bracket is the problem.
we just not pick.
The
I'm
counter.
gonna say Turtles 2.
Hmm.
Just to guys make you feel better, there are games that are on here that are not on the bracket. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
Robert.
I'm sure.
Oh God. Give me Sonic 2. I'm thinking
Jeez.
Randy. I'm thinking
Stop.
Randy.
Oh.
I-
Let's go with God of War 2.
All right, we got them all over the place. I will throw out the normal caveat that yes, I am the person that came up with the bracket, but it's not my personal picks. So I'm
Yeah.
just throwing it out there. When these come out and you're like, oh my God, Randy said this was number one. I'm not saying that. That's just how the bracket worked out. But first, let's give out some bonus points. Get your whiteboards ready. We'll write them down and then you can reveal once we get through
I should have picked a different
3
game. Whatever. I
questions.
forgot.
Your first question worth 1 point. How many games in the bracket have the number 2 or the word 2 or the Roman numeral 2 in the title? An exact ripoff from episode 1 with the movies, but I don't care. That is your first question. Question number 2. How many games in the bracket had a version of the game on
no.
the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System?
I don't like that question.
I don't like that question either.
It's a tough question.
So
So is this one. I stole the first question from a previous episode. I stole this question from a previous episode, and everyone on that episode were a bunch of jerks. So let's try it again. How many games on this bracket have I actually played?
You know what?
They were saying
Someone
like
Randy, there's a
3
good
and 4.
possibility.
this one
that
actually, this one
This could be one
all
that,
of them.
Listen,
yeah.
it
No,
was like
Randy.
3s and 4s were the guesses for the mobile games, and I think the answer
Yeah.
was like 8. So all right, let's go, Scott. Let's give your answers first. How many games on the bracket have the number 2, the word 2?
Let's just put all the. Oh,
say
jeez.
12, that's
See
good.
that?
NES games, that's 3. And you're saying I've played 16 of the
Yeah.
24 games. That's fair. Robert, you were the second pick. We'll go with you.
Okay,
How many
so
games have the
I'm
number
kind
2?
of close to him, except on the last one, but I'm going with 13,
Okay. NES
4.
games on the bracket?
4,
4. How many games
and
have I
then
played?
I think you've played the majority of these games, probably 20. Just
20.
with your I've seen the trophies and everything that you have.
I've seen your trophies.
Yeah, so
I know what it is.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
mine-
play Randy.
Robert has seen my trophies, so he knows my name is Mayo 2 is number 1 on this bracket.
We're gonna get a bunch of like Commodore 64 sequels now.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I'm not that old. I mean, I have a bunch of Ataris to my left, but still, I'm not that old. Sean, give me your answers. What do you got? 11 with the number 2. Is that 3?
3, yes.
And then how many games?
That's 14.
4?
Oh, thought it was like a Roman numeral 3.
It looked like a
One,
Roman
one,
numeral
one.
3 to me as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, let's start off with a really good one.
Oh yay!
Your 14 seed Resident Evil 2
Hmm.
We know this had to be on there.
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
19 seed Left 4 Dead
Oh.
2.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah.
man.
Welcome
Oh.
to this bracket. It doesn't get easier.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 was gonna be one of my. I was trying to go for low points. I thought it would have been higher.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be lower
Yeah.
too.
I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been higher seated. I was going. That's why I didn't pick it on my.
I'm
screen.
really worried.
Yeah.
There are so many good games, guys.
That's also why I
Alright.
didn't pick Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 as one of them because I figured it's gonna be super high.
Yeah.
Show me an answer.
Ah,
Oh,
sorry.
he's got the blue back. There we go. Left 4 Dead 2 is one. Anybody else want to show a winner? Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
think all of
suck.
us are.
That game's so
You
good.
guys.
It is really good.
It's still
It's like the
holds
only
up.
reason I ever played an Xbox other than
It's
Halo.
very good.
It's one of those games you play with your friends co-op. It's,
I
Yeah.
still pick it up and play it today, and it
I
still
Yeah.
holds
know.
up. It's still fun.
I still play Resident Evil 2. I'm somewhere on the
But
speed.
the-
But we
but
have
the
the
remake
remake
is
now.
just-
That's
yeah.
better.
it's so much better.
Yeah.
better in some ways, but I can't beat the new one as fast as I can beat the original just because I'm not as good with it. Your 3 seed, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
The original.
Hooray!
So Left 4 Dead 2 or Silent Hill 2. And that is points for Scott. He's
Hooray!
in the lead.
I'm in the lead by like the amount of points I got last episode.
Hey.
All right, show me a winner. Wow. Guys, you're hurting my heart. I don't want to do this episode anymore. Two of my favorite games of all time. You just poo-pooed.
Again, the remake is just so much better.
You guys know what Noam Chomsky was referencing, right? You guys know that one.
Yeah.
That's a fun achievement.
All right, thank
Yes.
you for bad brackets. My heart is hurt.
That's how we feel with your rankings, Randy. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally fair. Let's see how you feel about this one.
We're
Is your 11th
rancing
seed?
Randy today.
Is God of War 2.
Crap.
Points for
Ah.
Robert and
Those were points.
Points for Scott.
Scott, get ready for points.
Out of the negatives, baby.
Get your 22 seed.
Oh,
Borderlands 2.
oh, you.
Oh,
mother-
boo.
Oh,
That's a hard
I told
one.
you,
You
none
son
of
of a-
these are easy. This bracket hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that hurts. This is one of those ones. You guys got a couple hours.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
I can get more negative points, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, show me a winner.
Oh.
Ooh, God of War 2. Scott, why'd you go Borderlands?
That
2?
hurts.
Just because Handsome Jack is the
Yes.
best villain of Borderlands, and honestly, Borderlands 2 is the best Borderlands.
Yeah, definitely.
God of War 2 is really good, but there's also God of War 3.
Yeah.
Yes. God of War 2 was the first one I played. I had to go back and play God of War 1. I rented it from Blockbuster. So that one was
I
very
I
special.
played the first God of War on like one of those demo discs
Yeah,
that you
very
get with
nice,
like
yeah.
magazines. I miss those.
You have
John,
the-
why'd you go with God of War?
Just
Wow.
feel like Borderlands 2 is the best Borderlands, no doubt. But I feel like
Yeah.
God of War 2 is like, yeah, God of War 3 does a really good job of like eclipsing it, but I feel like God of War 2 is like that standard for the series before.
And while Robert does the parent thing, I'll just
I'm
say
still
right
here.
now,
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just why I do that.
He's in the blur void.
Yeah.
I
I'm in the
love
sunken
Borderlands.
place.
I love Borderlands 2, and it hurt that it was a 22 seed. But it is a proof of concept as how hard this bracket is. Because
Yeah.
looking at this list, while some I may personally disagree with or agree with, that's ahead of Borderlands 2, like historically, I can't make a huge argument in any of them.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Man.
That goes
That is
right
very
with
tough.
this pick. Your 6th seed, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Ooh.
Mm.
The peak of the storyline time for Call of Duty before they went way off
When
the rails.
when they cared.
Yes, when they cared about the single player.
Oh, I like Black
Experience.
Ops 6 a lot.
Oh, I haven't played a Black Ops
Yeah.
since 1.
I need to play more. I mean, I shouldn't be playing more Call of Duty, but I need to play
And
some
you
more
have
of the
to, 'cause it
campaign.
comes out
I'm
every
not
year. So
even
what-
that. I'm not even a Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
Just not my cup of tea.
I give Call of Duty all the credit because it comes out with a game every year.
Yeah.
And there's other places that can't come out with a game every decade. So
Yeah.
God of
Let's
War
just
2.
go what it is.
That's-
Sorry, COD bros.
Oh, 100%. But I will give Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 its credit. That single player campaign was amazing. So I will
Oh, this
do
one
that.
hurts too, though.
This
There you
Yeah,
is
this is
tough.
Left 4 Dead 2, God of War 2. Only one can make the final 4. Which one will it be? The 11 seed and the 19 seed. You love to see it. I knew it was going to be this way. Where some higher seeds were going to make some
You
upsets
son
because this
of a-
was so tough.
Yeah.
Let's start with Robert.
Let's keep the run going, baby. Keep the run going.
Let's go with Scott.
You did it.
Yeah, I got it. All right, tiebreaker,
I don't hate it.
Sean.
I don't hate it.
Left
don't hate it.
Dead 2.
There's worse games for God of War 2 to lose to.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Left 4 Dead 2. Congratulations. And now I feel a little better that two of my favorite games on this entire bracket were beat by a game that you put in the final 4. So I'm all right. Let's move on. It doesn't get any easier. 15 seed.
That's a lot of 2s.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oof.
Yep.
I'm feeling I
Or
know
Street
what's going to
Fighter
be in
Yep,
this bracket
yeah.
somewhere.
There it is.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, baby, we're the
Street
positives
Fighter.
again.
Yeah.
Bring on the Jack battle we've done every year since 1990.
Oh, seriously.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
Yep.
That's points for Scott, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did. I
Sure
was
do, yeah.
doing. I was doing
Positives
initials.
again.
I was doing
Yes.
initials
Now he's in
and
the
then I forgot.
positive.
16 points. Scott now in the lead. But which one is
Yeah.
Scott? Who wins?
Yeah.
Oh.
Robert, why'd you go Mortal Kombat 2?
Yeah, it's just Mortal Kombat as a series and as a whole. Like everybody's like Street Fighter and then Mortal Kombat back then. It's just Mortal Kombat is just the right game for the right time, at least for my generation. All the blood, the violence, the gore.
The blood
I have-
codes.
I have
Yeah.
I have no blood
The
on Super
fatality.
Nintendo, but blood on Genesis and all that. It's like I had a
Yeah.
it's just held to my heart a little more.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
We're all part of that generation. I
Yeah.
think,
Mhm.
that game hit differently. For
That made you feel good about having a Genesis with all the
Yeah.
rest of the Super
You were
Nintendo
the
fanboys.
Cool, you were the cool kid because if you had a Genesis. Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 obviously has the more longevity with it because there's 47 different versions of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a ton of Street Fighter 2 versions, and
It's just
Capcom will
not
never let that die. They will continue
No.
making more.
And it was
Right,
it's
right
also one of the
versions.
twos that like totally eclipsed the first one. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people even
Oh, man.
play
In
Street
every
Fighter 1
way.
at all. Like,
Actually, both of them. I mean, Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat was so much better than the original Street Fighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, yeah, Street Fighter 2 had such a big jump. But your 2 seed, Portal 2. Sean, who's on the
Oh,
board.
nice.
Portal 2 or Street Fighter 2?
That is rough.
I think we've said that about every matchup so far.
yeah.
I'm waiting for one that you're like, this is easy. Well, the next
I'm actually
one,
kind of
you know.
surprised Randy didn't try to shoehorn in an entire like Valve bracket.
Right?
Yeah, that's
There's
what I
all
thought,
the
too. He
twos,
was like a
Counter
Valve
Strike 2,
bracket.
Half-Life 2,
Team
Portal
Fortress
2,
2. Yeah.
to Episode 2. No.
Right, I should have done that.
Right, yeah.
Fucking
Should have done that. Not to shock anybody, this is not the only appearance of Valve.
Yeah.
I'll put them in a group together.
We
Show
already
me
had
there.
them earlier, so it's,
Hey, Robert, you write so small, man.
Yeah.
There's a Portal
I'm
2.
I was still
Sorry.
gonna go down fighting.
Robert,
Al
write
wins. I'll
Portal
write
2.
bigger. I apologize. It's just how I do it.
No, you're good. It's just again, I have you guys in a 4-box on top of
Yeah.
your guys' 4
I
box.
get it.
So it's
Now talk about a game that eclipses the original.
Yeah,
It's
fair.
ridiculous.
yeah.
Valve.
Yeah.
I don't care about Half-Life 3. I want Portal 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about
Here it is.
Splitgate?
I
No.
want Left 4 Dead 3.
No,
I still want Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's so good.
these other ones like World War Z and all, they just
Eh,
not the same.
yeah.
All right. This matchup kind of goes in a generation. That's kind of the battle
Gotcha.
here. The 10 seed. How about Assassin's Creed?
choice.
Yeah, I
2,
figured that was
Oh,
gonna be
yeah,
here.
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or your 23 seed? Gears of War.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, why?
It's so hard, guys.
suck.
I told you when you guys were
This
making your
sucks.
picks. There were some of the ones that you guys picked that are not going to be on this bracket. But I like all of
Yeah.
them.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Kill off one of our. when did these games come out? There was early 20s, maybe, right? That for all of us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
One vote for Assassin's Creed. There's Assassin's Creed 2. Sean, is it a clean sweep?
Right?
I
was
you
the
can't
only
make a
one, man.
vote.
I
You
was the
can't.
only
Gears
one.
Gears of War it was so
There you go.
hard to get rid of to decide between these two.
Sean,
But I do have to give it to Ezio because
Yeah.
Ezio was just the best.
Sean, give some love to Gears of War real quick.
I mean, hey, modern day when you think of the cover shooter now, you pretty much probably think of Gears of War. Plus, it's the one that really brings like going back to the narrative, like with your
Yeah.
shooter, where it's like, oh man, I care about all these people while I'm shooting. It's not just
And they let people die. No,
exactly they let people die.
Even if it was like the same family every game. No.
But with that
It's
said,
about family.
With that said, I think the theme continues. The jump from Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed 2 was
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
It was
It was like an entirely
giant.
different game.
Yeah, it really
entirely
was.
different, like everything.
Yeah, it was amazing. All right, here you
You
go.
could literally play Assassin's Creed, not even touch Assassin's Creed 1 and still be good with the
Yeah.
rest of
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you pretty much didn't need to.
The
Yeah.
same goes for this game. Like a lot of people still love the original, but the jump from 1 to 2 is
Mass Effect 2?
amazing. 17,
Mm.
Halo 2.
Halo.
I'm
Oh.
gonna do the Halo and Gears on the same thing.
He was hoping it would be against.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
But again, these three all kind of. I mean, Halo 2 a little earlier than Assassin's
I mean,
Creed.
it's pretty much if you had a PS3, it was Assassin's Creed 2. If you had an Xbox, you had to actually
Right.
decide what you wanted.
yeah.
100%.
That, or you're going to run into somebody like me who's not really a big Halo guy.
There you go. There's that vote for Assassin's Creed.
And I think
All right, see the other
Randy and I have
votes.
talked about it.
See the other votes. Anybody?
Ooh.
Assassin's Creed 2. Sean, talk
My
about
boy
Halo.
Scott, let's go.
Xbox gets destroyed on the show. Just like they are in
It's like they're in the console
Real
wars.
life.
No, I mean, okay, so really, Halo 2 is like when you talk about multiplayer. Halo
Yeah.
2 is the definitive multiplayer experience.
Mhm.
And then also Xbox Live. When you think about Xbox Live, like that's tied to Halo 2 as well. So like that jump started everything for Halo as far as like the campaign as well. Just getting to see both sides. Such an
Yeah,
awesome-
Halo 2 is my first console LAN party. I had a few of StarCraft,
yeah.
but
100%. I was just about to ask you guys that same question. Halo 2 is the game where I went to a friend's house because this was after, we've graduated high school and some have their own houses and stuff. And they put a TV upstairs and a TV downstairs, and we split off.
Mhm.
One
Mhm.
team upstairs, one team downstairs, and we would battle it out for however long it took, and then meet somewhere in the middle and just yell at each other, and then reset and do it again until like 4 in the
yeah,
morning.
yep.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Be fortunate, you youngins that don't have to bring a big ass CRT
Oh,
TV
yeah.
to your friend's house
Oh, man.
to play.
Yeah, it hurt. All right, here you go. Portal 2, Assassin's Creed 2. Which one joins Left 4 Dead 2? Could we have a Valve meeting in the final 4? That's the question.
Yeah, I think I went a little too conservative on the bonus question now that I'm seeing all these titles.
Yes. There's a lot of cheat. Video games, more than movies, love to go, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
listen, you
I
love
think-
the first one. Got to play the second one.
I was one above you, and I think I went too. Yeah, I'm
Too
pretty sure
conservative,
Robbie's
yeah.
there at 13.
Oh, yeah. Spoilers, nobody is close on that first question. Let's start with
was-
Sean.
It was like
let me see here.
22 we needed. It's like
Yeah.
2 on here, not 2.
Right. Sean with
Hmm.
Portal 2. Robert, I know you've been liking Assassin's Creed, but is it better than Portal 2?
No,
No. Scott, clean sweep?
Sadly not.
Oh, I got it wrong.
I was close. I was thinking about Portal 2, but
It's so Valve.
Assassin's Creed 2 is just like the best Assassin's Creed.
Valve right now dominating the final 4. All right, let's go old school. 13 seed. Mega Man 2.
Ooh.
Oh, I
Mega
think
Man.
I think one of my picks needs to be on this bracket if that's the first one.
And your 20 seed, Miss Pac-Man.
We finally got one, not a 2!
It might be the
Right?
first one.
All right.
Mega Man 2 or Miss Pac-Man.
Hmm.
Poor crap's coming up, but let's go with
There's a Mega Man 2.
Yeah, we'll just
There's a
divide
Mega
yeah.
it.
We'll just go ahead and just yep.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Pac-Man. No.
Miss Pac-Man was so much better than Pac-Man. It was faster. It went better.
Mhm.
Actually, the place I worked at, they had an arcade of Miss Pac-Man, and they put the speed chip in it, so it was even faster. And it was so
Yeah.
nice to have like a 20-minute break, and I could just go in and play a game real quick.
At my older brother's orthodontist, they had a Miss Pac-Man machine. I don't know why they had a Miss Pac-Man machine because it's the orthodontist, but that's what I basically did
Right.
whenever my mom took me to have to be with that.
Here we can, but now I need to go back and look at the bracket. Well, no, I guess Left 4 Dead 2 is in a different spot, but your 4 seed, just because we can't get away from Valve.
Here's
There
the
it
big one.
Here it is.
Half-Life
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
Mega Man 2.
Okay, I'm not even gonna write it, but I guess I will. Hold on.
Just skate Gordon. No.
Maybe Mega Man 2 can pull the upset. I almost hit the button anyways, but I'll hit the button now. Go ahead and show the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hard.
Half hearts too.
All right. We've had some battles. I'm going to let Robert, you may just want to sit this one out.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Your 12 seed. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because it's the
Oh,
Oh my
you-
god! He put it in here. He put it in here.
Wait.
It's the second of
Wait.
that trilogy. It's the second of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy.
It's number 7.
No, it's
No.
Welcome to Final
No,
That
Fantasy.
breaks your own. That breaks your.
It's 21 seed.
I knew it. He was gonna put it in here.
Oh,
And
sweet!
Tweaked it too.
Oh!
Wow.
Listen,
Oh!
I had to have Suikoden 2 versus a Final Fantasy game, and God, I was never going to put Final Fantasy 2 on here.
Well,
Oh,
because
no.
Final Fantasy 2 is gonna lose.
You know, you could have
rules.
put Kingdom Hearts 2 in here. That would have been legitimate.
That still would have been a hard one.
You
sadly.
dirty. Yeah, I'm refraining from voting though, but yeah, go ahead. I will be a tiebreaker if they tie
Oh.
It's,
or if they split.
Rebirth is the second one of that trilogy. So,
I haven't played Suikoden 2 yet, so I can't.
all right.
Oh,
Scott,
this is so. You're making me heart just hurt.
Robert, you don't need to get a vote in.
Good.
It just
It-
hurts.
Moves
I almost picked Reaver because I figured he was gonna find a way to put it in.
had to get Suikoden in there. Loved the first one. Never actually beat the second one. That was around the time Wes and I were doing the backlog busting project, and that was the game we were kind of playing when life got busy and we stopped doing it. So I never actually fully finished it.
You
but
can go get those remasters now.
absolutely.
The remaster's good.
Yes, those are good.
Listen, there's so many games.
I'm so happy I get it on Switch,
playing
so I
right
can
now.
play it on the Switch too. No.
I agree. Agree.
Switch would be a good spot. But all right, here is where another battle will commence.
Oh, I
Guys,
don't-
there's
I
not
don't
been a
like where this
single
is gonna
easy
be.
matchup here, but this one I think will be tough for you because it's Mass Effect 2.
Oh, that's not tough at all. Get out of here.
I know it's not tough for Robert, but
Honestly, even if I was a Final Fantasy fan, it shouldn't be tough, but whatever.
yeah, Rebirth is good.
this hurts. This hurts so much. I need
I
to
knew
have
this-
like a therapy session after this episode.
I knew this was going to be the hardest episode to do.
Plus,
Alright.
Mass Effect 2, you know, it has its own landmark reasons for, you know.
Yeah.
being it.
Yeah,
All right, show me the winner. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, Mass
Boo!
Effect.
I'm sorry.
How can you go against your JRPG enthusiast?
Because Mass Effect 2 is one of the greatest sequels
Because
ever. It's one of the greatest games
As
ever
much
made.
as I love Rebirth, Mass Effect 2 just does so much for the
I
genre
agree.
and for everything Mass Effect related
I agree.
that even playing through 3 was a delight, and then everything crashes at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that is the height of Drew Kapierson. Just
And Mass Effect
Writing
2
his-
was the best of the Mass
Yeah, it's
Effect
the height
games.
of the Mass
Yeah.
Effect.
Yeah.
So
I will
I
say the
usually,
story. The first one's the best though. I like
Yeah,
the story,
yeah. I like
but-
the story in the best, the first one.
So quick story time as far as the way the bracket gets put together. Usually I'll try to get brackets together before we get everything going. Season 2's been a little different because we're trying to get ahead of a lot of stuff. I knew I wanted to get a couple RPGs together because I knew Scott was going to be on. I knew Sean was going to be on. I went with the whole Final Fantasy remake, the second one of the remake trilogy, on here because Andrew is not on this episode. And I knew if it was Andrew, Scott, and Sean, then
Rebirth would have soloed this whole thing.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
I did last time when we did the Final Fantasy games. I'm like, all right, Andrew's not on here. Robert can kind of balance things out, and it worked out. Andrew will be on in future episodes. He's already on the calendar.
Oh, I mean,
Here you go. Can Valve make it 3 for 3? Or will it be
Oh,
Mass
my
Effect 2?
God. You know what? Randy's just showing that he's secretly a Valve fan. That's what-
This is the
There's
Steam Deck ad.
Yeah, really. He might as well just,
Listen, Left 4 Dead 2 was fun, but that was the one game I've been kicked off a team before because I was so bad at it.
if somehow Team Fortress
They
Are you just not
literally-
listening to people or what? No.
Literally, like halfway through the game, they just booted me. So I was like,
Oh.
all right, thanks, guys.
Wow.
I'm not good at those shooters, so I'll just say that. Let's go with Scott. We'll start with you. Okay. Sean. Yep. Tiebreaker. Robert.
Oh, that hurts. BioWare used to be so
Uh,
good. They were, and then EA screwed them over.
Just like they did Maxis and all other.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 is just. I literally once a year go back and play this trilogy.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
And the Legendary Collection makes it super easy.
yes, exactly.
Totally fair. We got one bracket left. This is the matchup that I am so glad I don't vote. And I'm not.
Oh
a part of.
no.
I had to make this 16 and 17 because I couldn't figure out which game I wanted to put above. So, 16 seed. The Last of Us Part 2.
You know this had to be in here.
And the 17
Yeah,
seed,
yeah.
Uncharted 2.
Oh,
Oh.
Naughty Dog sequel
You put Uncharted
is
to
better.
that low just for a gimmick?
Yep.
that's Randy.
I'm gonna start calling you Randy McMahon.
Listen, I couldn't pick which one I wanted higher, so I just made it the middle matchup.
Happens.
Which then means it goes up against the number 1 seed, and good grief.
If that somehow that's Team Fortress 2, then
Yeah. I
Gotta
can't
have
believe
Valve
that there's
everywhere.
a chance that Uncharted 2 gets knocked out because no matter what, regardless if it wins here or goes against the 1 seed, because knowing Randy, Jesus,
All
it's
right.
probably
Yeah.
gonna going against Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's what I think it is. What it could be going against.
Show me a winner.
All right.
Okay, we're all on the same
I
page
actually
here.
didn't think this was that hard of a choice, to be honest. I love Last of Us 2, but Uncharted 2 was just
Uncharted was
good.
just such a
well, you don't
huge
have
leap
Last
up
of
from
Us
the
2
first
without
one.
Uncharted 2.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
to
yeah,
that
that's
point,
true.
too.
It was the
All
first time I saw the power of the PS3 in motion with the whole train
Mhm.
scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That train scene was.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
granted, I
and-
think the ship scene in part
Also,
3 was a little better
a
than the
great
beginning, but
improvement over 1.
still
as
good.
well.
Oh, yeah. Big time over.
Well,
Okay, Red
yeah.
Dead Redemption 2, whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be number 1, isn't it?
also
Yeah.
legit. Last of Us is 16, Uncharted 17, alphabetical order because I couldn't pick. I cannot.
You did
Right
it
now.
alphabetically.
I did it
That's
alphabetically.
hilarious.
I absolutely love Last of Us Part 2. I know it gets
Yeah.
so much hate for story stuff, but gameplay wise, it was so amazing. But Uncharted 2 changed a lot of stuff. And it
Yeah.
was amazing. All right, guess your number 1 seed. And I made this caveat after you guys made your picks that these are not my personal picks. These are just the way things work. I personally do not like this game, but it's your number 1 seed. And Robert was right. It's Red Dead Redemption.
You don't like Red Dead Redemption?
No,
I've
it is
Randy,
too
I don't like
slow,
Red Dead
and it is.
either.
I don't
Yeah.
care about the horse's testicles shrinking because it's gotten cold.
Dude,
I
it is.
just- I
Or
couldn't
how
You,
do
gotta
it.
get
slow
you must
the-
have not got past the beginning, the intro, like the first like 20, 30 minutes, man, because this game
No,
is just ridiculous.
I probably put 10 hours into this thing, and I just
Aw.
could not. I know it's not a lot compared to how long that game is, but just
You
could
need to
not-
do 60 hours before it gets good enough. No.
I am not an open world
Definitely don't
game
have that kind
person
of
for the
time.
most part.
I think that's fair. If you're not an open world person and you're not like me, who's like the tech savvy
Yeah.
person, seeing all the things in motion.
That,
Like,
that game was
I-
so good.
Like, tell me where
Yeah.
to go, and I'm gonna go do it. Red Dead was
Yeah.
one of those that there's so many things to do. Like that's why I
Too
put it one.
much.
That's why I put it one. It's I have mad respect for this game, and I'm not hating on it.
I'm just never
Yeah.
gonna ask you to play D&D because apparently you just need to be railroaded.
yeah,
Oh man.
I only played D&D in 20 some years. 'Cause of that stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, 1 point for Scott. Give him
I figured this was going to be a low bar with Red
Yeah.
Dead,
extends his lead. So,
but I wanted to make sure I had games on the bracket this
you got
time.
all three. You got all three in. Show me a winner. Uncharted 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. Ooh, Sean, why'd you go Uncharted?
Because I don't like Red Dead Redemption 2.
See, I'm not
He's
the only
on
one.
board with you.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You keep getting unqualified people on this. No, I'm just kidding. You're very qualified. Just-
Bro, Uncharted 2 is amazing in itself, and you know, Sony
This
would
was
not
a hard
exist in
one.
The way that it is right now without Uncharted.
This was a hard one, but yeah, that's
All right.
But I also think that I may have also been a little too conservative on how many games Randy has played.
Yeah.
that is true. And also, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so full disclosure, Uncharted 2 was in my top 4, so now that's out thanks to Randy.
Yeah.
It happens. All right.
I got
let's
randified.
look at our final first round matchup, and it had to happen. I don't know if this is going to be tough or easy or whatever it's going to be.
Oh, I know what this is.
Ooh, I want to hear it before I put it up. What is it?
Sonic and Mario problem.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay.
Can't be Super Mario Brothers 2.
Well, your 9 seed is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
There it is.
It's
I
on
lose
there.
points.
9 points for Sean.
There we
Up to
go.
11.
Going to last.
Robert did
Going to
lose
last.
5, so there's 6. And well, Robert Taylor is right because Super Mario Brothers 2.
It's
just
not
Doki Doki
two.
Panic
We got the lost
anyways.
levels here, baby. No.
So you're your 24th seed, kind of bending the rules again. How about Super Mario Galaxy 2?
Oh, okay. That was not what I was expecting for the
Okay,
Mario
Second of the
bracket.
Galaxy games.
How does that fall?
Because it's the second of the Galaxy games.
Technicality.
Majora's Mask is the second of whatever.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have counted Mario Galaxy 2. That's like the 15th Mario game or whatever. Like, yeah.
It's the second of the Galaxy games.
The second Galaxy.
If
Yeah.
Majora's Mask was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of
Yeah.
Time 2, the Majora's Mask. Then
I'm
maybe
getting
I would
cold,
have
but
the
here's my
caveat.
pick. So Galaxy.
Okay. Galaxy with the pick as he runs off. Sonic.
It's all up to you, Sean.
Sonic goes
There we go.
Sonic over Mario Galaxy 2. Like Sonic and Mario, they always have to go together, so I had to get it in there.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be
Now
the
put
case.
so many
Mario
points
2.
for TMNT 2 not being on there, which I think is a crime, but whatever.
Well, hey,
I
one of
don't
mine may
blame you
still
with
not be
that.
on there either, so we'll see. Because it's also a crime if it's not number 8 here.
Which one are you thinking is a crime, Sean?
I am.
If Pokemon Gold and Silver is not on here, that's a crime.
Well, it's crimes have been committed.
Crimes have been committed.
He needs a
Because
good
you're
Tony Hawk
18.
Pro Skater 2.
No, it's Arkham City.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was going to
points.
be there.
Points for Robert. Again, so many of these are good.
Oh.
You could have the caveats as far as Galaxy 2 with Final Fantasy Rebirth, and I just did that for the fun
Oh,
match.
This is not a caveat. We know it exists as a sequel.
Yeah, this
Listen.
one's
No,
a little
no.
different.
Overall, as far as the other picks that were not on here, this bracket was impossible, guys.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has turned into a really
Yeah.
close game, 17 to 14 to 11. So you love to see that.
I'm just happy I'm above 3 points.
Oh, actually, I got to change that because Sean, you did counter pick Turtles too. and it was not
Yeah.
on there.
It's not
So
there.
How about
so
17 to 16?
10 to
14.
14.
I got a game.
Nice.
All right. Show me a winner: Arkham City or Sonic 2?
Yeah.
Arkham City, all the way.
Yeah, I figured.
I was just doing it real quick. I was drawing on it.
Well,
But now we got. Oh, I'm not gonna like this. Oh, I'm
Red
not
Dead
gonna
2.
like
Oh,
this.
you,
I am not gonna
Arkham
like this at all.
City.
Mm,
Once again, has there been one matchup that somebody did not make that noise?
yeah, I mean, I know my choice. Like, it's kind of easy, but it's also like, shit. I didn't think I'd have to.
At least not yet.
Yeah. I know. I mean, we know Sean's choice, but
Well, let's see it. Let's see Sean's choice. No way. I agree. Let's go with Robert.
Red Dead,
Okay. Scott,
still one of the
you-
greatest games ever made.
Alrighty, we'll go this.
boo.
I
It was
I
tough.
feel defeated at this point, but it's just because
Welcome
Yeah.
to Bad Brackets, where you show up to have fun and you leave defeated.
Some
That
of it's
needs to
not
be our
fun.
new thing.
I don't even remember what my 4 were, and I sent them like this morning.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I actually texted Randy mine probably 4 in the afternoon or something whenever I said it.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Now,
asked.
all of you sent them the day of, that's for sure. All right, 5
Yeah.
points are on the line, guys.
hmm
Nobody has yet to get the bubble pick correct. What was the 25 seed?
Okay.
As I did last week, I will, because I want somebody to get this. I will give you a slight hint as far as how my thought process went. And again, it was something I wanted to get on there as far as a fun matchup. But it just didn't work out with the other games that I wanted to get on the bracket. So there you go. We will start. I usually go to the guy in last place, but I don't like that rule. I think it should be the guy in first place, and then everyone else can kind of play. It
Okay.
doesn't matter because you can pick the same. That's why I'm thinking
Yeah.
that way. I was going the other way just to give you the first chance, but now you can play off of the leader and not pick the same as them. So that is my thinking. So
Okay.
Scott,
Great.
you were first up.
There's 2 in my head, but I'll go with the one trying to think of your head, even though I don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Okay.
thinking the way I'm thinking you're thinking. Let's go with Devil May Cry 2.
Devil May
Interesting.
Cry 2. No, I'm on the wrong guy. There you go. Devil May. All right, Sean.
Dang, trying to think. What Diablo 2?
Ooh.
Oh, 2 good games. Robert.
So Randy was trying to make this into a bracket matchup, and I feel like this game would fit into one of those matchups, especially when it came to like Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2 side. I'm gonna pick Tekken 2.
Robert. You're so close.
Soul Calibur 2.
King of
That
Fighters
is the-
2 now.
That is the exact matchup I was battling with. It was also a slight battle with Sonic and Mario, and I almost put that in there because this is an actual sequel, but it is Super Smash Brothers.
Super
Melee.
Smash Brothers
Oh,
Melee.
Melee.
Okay.
Everyone still loves.
Melee,
it's-
yeah.
It was
Fair.
a mix between Mario versus Sonic. It was also the fighting game stuff. So
That's
that
fair.
was the last one
Uh,
that I.
okay.
You're just
Damn.
looking for something that wasn't 2 again. No,
Yeah, okay. Trying to
Honestly.
change the answers for that goes as well. All right. We've had some tough choices. It doesn't get any easier. Here
It was
are your
tough,
final
especially because
4.
you didn't have not even Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Pro
2 was
Skater
on,
on
this list.
here. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't show up.
Ultimate
Outward.
Alliance 2 didn't
That
show
is
up.
Alliance
a
2.
crime also. No Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Listen,
Mario Party 2.
I'm not gonna lie, Sean. When you said Pokemon Gold and Silver, I almost thought that he was gonna choose like Pokemon Yellow, just with the whole. It's the sequel to the first gen.
you almost made
Yeah.
that joke. I
Not even
almost,
Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, man.
I almost just put Red Dead Redemption on here as a complete joke because you had Red Dead Revolver. I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, the Red Dead
I
Revolver.
was
man.
I'm not- it's like, I'm not gonna be that
shit
guy.
out of that one.
No.
But I wasn't
Nobody's
gonna
gonna
be that
vote
way.
for Revolver if you showed up. No.
Oh God, this one's so tough.
Listen, everyone who
Yeah.
said it was a crime. If we did the 64 bracket, they would all be right there.
64 bracket would have been fun on this one.
It would have, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
in
would
the
have still had a
future
bunch of them not on there,
Yeah.
probably.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe like sequels or whatever, like
Yeah,
prequels.
listen, I just doing it with the sequels. I had over 50 typed out before I started trying to cut. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
even have to think that hard to get it up to 64.
No,
This is-
you wouldn't
this
really
is-
not have
This is
to.
a tough
Yeah,
final
you
four, that's for
wouldn't.
sure.
Yeah.
This
All right.
is.
The Valve matchup, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal 2. Let's start with Scott. Left 4 Dead 2.
Hmm.
Man. Sean, let me see yours. Ooh, Robert, break the tie.
I'm just doing this because of I have more hours put in it.
That's
That's
the
literally the only
determining
reason.
factor.
I think Portal 2 is a better game in a sense, but I've had more fun with Left 4 Dead 2.
It's okay. I've had more replayability with Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to be
And this is-
fair, Portal 2.
This is
I-
two of
It's
my
great.
favorites of all time, and I am
Yeah.
not happy about it.
All right, there you go. Mass Effect 2, Red Dead Redemption.
Randy has heard me gush about
This
one of these
is
franchises,
gonna be
but
hard.
I'm probably still not gonna. I don't know. It's hard, but I think it's still clear.
Man. Well, I have an idea. Whoa. Yeah, I have an idea. Sean, let me see yours. Mass Effect 2. That's what I thought. Let's go with
Gotta
Scott.
support the RPG.
Yes.
Mass Effect 2 moves on. Robert, where'd you go?
I went with Red Dead. I
Ah.
as much as I love Mass Effect, Red Dead sequels I think is just better.
All right. Your finals. Mass Effect 2, Left 4
Aw.
Dead 2. Only one can
Wow.
win.
Talk about
This is not at all where I thought this was gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
definitely not.
Again, welcome to Bad Brackets.
Uh,
Also, by the way, it can be one of those where it is I bring in 3 different people and we have a completely different final 4
Yeah.
with the same
yeah.
bracket. That's
We
what I
could have
also
had
like
Rebirth on this bracket if Andrew was here.
about it. It would be Final Fantasy Rebirth versus who knows, but it would have no chance. That's for sure. You put you 3 together and Final Fantasy wins everything. I've learned my lesson.
Unless you would have put Final Fantasy 2, then I would have not.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 2 would not have gotten far in this at all.
All right, man. Where do I go?
I don't know where you
really
go
have no
here.
idea. Sean, let's start with you.
This one's actually really tough for me because I love Left 4
Mhm.
Dead 2.
Man, I don't even know. Robert?
I'm Robert Taylor, and this is my favorite game on the Citadel.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2.
Oh,
At least we're united on the
Yeah.
final pick.
Yeah, maybe.
And then in the end, you guys are like,
Portal 2,
this was the easiest bracket of all time. There was no battles.
to me, the funny part is the finals. The 2 final was the easiest probably choice of the entire bracket for me.
It's crazy. Love to see
That
it.
is crazy.
All right, so we've picked out the best video games 2 or sequel.
Yeah.
But let's figure out who won this episode. So first, let's get your points for what you had in your final 4. And again, I mean, you guys knew this was nutty.
Yeah.
So, Robert, I'm going to give you your 6 points. Which is 20.
Oh.
Scott, I'm going to give you your 2 points. You go up to 19. Sean, I'm not going to give you a damn thing.
Does he pull it out the end?
Oh.
Ugh.
So there you
Wow.
go. Right now it is 20 to 19 to 16. But
Oh man,
we have,
The bonus question
Bonus
time.
question.
bonus questions. This is
let's see
Uh,
how
This
it
is how
is.
hard this was too, because look how low our scores were.
Yeah,
Even at
yeah.
the end, that's
I
insane.
knew this was going to be a tougher one. All right, how many games in the bracket?
None of us got this one right. I am
There's no
positive.
way.
Yeah,
no way.
really.
Anybody want to just quickly throw
19.
out. I'm gonna go
19,
like
yeah,
this real quick.
19. I think is how much there were.
19 wasn't even
18.
counting.
I'm gonna go
But-
18. Just
I'm doing this because I just realized I forgot to put your answers in my thing.
Oh,
So, thank you so much for.
I had 13, 4, and 20. Just so you know.
Yeah, no, I haven't wrote down here. I
Okay.
just didn't have
Those
them on
ones.
the-
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have them on my PowerPoint. All right. So there's what you guys said. Robert said 13.
Yeah.
Scott said 12. Sean said 11.
There was definitely more than
19.
that there.
yeah, it's
19.
definitely more than all of those.
Yeah.
It is 20.
There's only three that
We
did
even, we even
two
got
in
a
the
second
title.
chance, and none of us got it right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Batman Arkham City, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Miss Pac-Man.
hmm
Those were the
Wow.
only three.
That's crazy.
How many games in the bracket had a version of the game on the NES? Robert said 4. Scott and Sean said 3. Anybody remember?
I did not pay attention to that.
It was just 2.
2.
Oh.
Oh, one off.
Come
Mega Man
on.
2 and Miss Pac-Man.
Now I'm actually
Gotcha.
kind of glad. I'm glad TM Turtles
Yeah.
2 wasn't on there. I would have been screwed.
And finally, how many games in the bracket have I actually
I don't know
played
now.
before?
All of them.
Robert
Oh,
said
pretty
20.
much all of them. Yeah.
Scott said 16. Sean still doesn't believe I play video games. I put 14. The answer was 22.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
There's only
close.
2 you haven't played, which are also probably the same on the net stuff.
Which of the 2 you
Anybody
haven't
want
played?
to take it real quick?
Oh,
Sean, guess the 2 games on here that I have not played.
I think I know of one because I think we've talked about it.
Shoot. Wow. Damn. It's like thinking about all the already owning all these consoles and like how he would not have played these games. Wow.
Well, Sean thinks. Anybody have an answer? Robert, you got answers?
I think you've said it before. You have not played Mass Effect 2. I don't think you
Oh.
played it.
And what is the other one? You think?
The other one was I don't know. I just knew that one. I think I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we talked about it before.
Mass Effect
I
2
don't-
is one of them. So the one that you guys picked to win is the one of the 2 I've not played. Because, I just did not like Mass Effect a lot. And I know 2 got so
Yeah,
much better. but I
we've
just
had that.
haven't played
I know this conversation. We've had it a bunch of times about the Mass
Mm.
Effect franchise. That's how I remember that one.
it. And the other one might also be a crime. Super Mario Galaxy
Half-Life-
2.
Oh,
Galaxy 2.
Oh,
Okay.
That was missed by a lot of people, though. That one's
Yeah,
understandable. That
that's
was
fair.
missed.
Yeah.
People went
I
straight
get
to
that.
the Wii U after that.
Is
Yeah,
Nintendo
everyone's
only
like-
gonna have
Only
it
played
appear?
Half-Life 2 thanks to the orange box.
Orange
Nice.
box
Yeah, they
Xbox
gotta get around to
360
that.
collection.
Yep.
Nice.
So nobody got any bonus questions, which means Robert Taylor
Robert.
holds on to the win. with
Nice.
20
I came back. I pulled
Point.
it out.
Robert Taylor knows his sequels.
Two
Yeah,
Beatles
I
sequels.
I don't know, like team to win their second championship. I got to do another sequel one now, and I don't know what
I mean,
to do.
because to be fair, Randy, and I don't mean to cut you off. To be fair, I was a last minute setup for that AJ Styles one, so that really doesn't count.
Yeah,
so-
that's fair. You filled in a spot for me in the last minute, and I appreciated it.
Yeah,
It kind of messed up your winning streak, but
it's okay.
You get
It's okay.
the
There's an
sequels.
asterisk. So, like
And
the
yeah.
Patriots.
so we've said it 100 times already on this episode. This could have been such a bigger bracket. Maybe it will in
Yeah.
the future.
now we
there
got to
were
do the
games-
sequels to the sequels.
Yeah. Now it will be even more ridiculous.
Don't worry.
Video
Mass
game
Effect,
sequels
Mass
part
Effect will not
2.
be the winner in that one.
No.
No, because if I do part 2, it'll be 24 completely different games.
Mhm.
No, I'm talking
And
about
that
like
would-
sequel like Mass Effect 3. That won't be on it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The triquel.
Yeah.
So I knew this was going
This
to be
fun.
one of my favorite episodes for season 2. So hopefully you guys liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff. Help us out. Help us grow the channel so we can do more fun stuff and maybe do longer content as far as maybe a week's worth where we do a 64 item bracket for some of these crazy items. 'Cause, like, this one was so hard to cut down to 24. Everyone that they said, oh, that would be criminal if it's not on there. It was on my list of 50.
Yeah.
Was very close to making it, and just did not.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
biggest shock was just Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Honestly, that's probably my biggest
Yeah.
shock. It's a
Hey, honestly, if I could have came up with another sports game, maybe it
Yeah, if
gets in
there was
there.
another thing
Or
for
like-
it to
yeah,
do,
you
like
Google,
the
like,
DMV
NBA
Excite Bike 2.
Jam, the NBA Jam Tournament Edition. That's
Yeah,
usually
to
what
me,
it
that's
is.
not a sequel. I
Nah,
really
it'd have to be
thought
like NBA Street 2.
the one that really got close
Tournament
was
Street 2,
Tecmo
yeah.
Super Bowl, which is
Oh,
technically a
yeah.
sequel.
yeah.
I know Tecmo Bowl gets all the love, but I played far more Tecmo Super Bowl. So yeah, there were so many. So Pokemon was close. Turtles was on the list for a long time with Streets of Rage 2. And
Streets of
some of
Rage 2,
those beat 'em ups, and then
Mhm.
I was going to have the beat 'em up matchup. I just ran out of matchups,
Yeah.
so it was all very, very tough. But I want to thank all three of these guys for helping me out and picking the best sequel of all time, which was one of two sequels that are on the bracket that I did not play. So I appreciate that very, very much. Next week we get the Unwise Men back together. The original three, for the first time in over a year, will be on an episode together. Harry, Robert, Hagen, and Eric
Me.
will all be on for an episode about food, because that's what we have to do when we bring the Unwise Men back together, and they're going to talk about burger toppings. So they're going to
Bacon.
have a lot of fun there. The next time that you see both Robert Taylor and Scott will be in 3 weeks, when they will go up against re-debuting Andrew, who we talked about, on a bracket, just so you guys know real quick, that I have not put together. It's the very next one on my list to do, and it is the best parody movies of all time. That episode will drop on July
Cannot
7th.
wait.
And Sean, I'm going to have a conversation with, because I don't have you on an episode again until August. Maybe we'll try to but in August, you will be going up against Robert Taylor in the episode where we do movies based on video games. So that's the next time that Sean
All
right
right.
now is scheduled to be back on. So Sean gets a whole summer off at this point, and maybe I'll fix that.
Hey,
I don't want to
Reavers
give
again.
Sean a breather
Cancun.
ever. I never want to give Sean a breather. So thank you, three. This was a really fun episode. I very, very much
Yep.
appreciate it. But do not
Pleasure, gents.
forget that good brackets do not last forever, but bad brackets do. I'll see you next week. All right. And then I don't do the ending anymore because it comes out